Espresso. It is the foundation of most coffee drinks we know today. Made by forcing hot water through finely ground coffee at high pressure, it produces a small, concentrated shot with a thick layer of reddish-brown foam called crema. That crema is actually what separates a proper espresso from a simple, strong coffee. Espresso was born in Italy in the early 1900s when a Milanese inventor named Luigi Bezzera wanted to speed up the time it took to brew coffee for workers. The pressure method he developed changed the entire coffee world. Americano. It takes the intensity of espresso and stretches it with hot water into something longer and gentler. The result is a full cup of coffee that still carries the depth of espresso, just without the heaviness. The name goes back to World War II, when American soldiers stationed in Italy found local espresso too strong. They diluted it with water to match what they were used to back home, and the drink stayed. Cappuccino. It brings together espresso, steamed milk, and milk foam in roughly equal parts. The foam on top is not just decoration, it changes the texture and the way the coffee reaches the palate. Traditionally served in the morning in Italy, ordering a cappuccino afternoon was once considered a social mistake. The drink takes its name from the Capuchin friars, whose brown robes reminded people of the color this coffee makes when milk meets espresso. Latte. It is a much milkier version of the cappuccino, with a higher ratio of steamed milk to espresso, and only a thin layer of foam on top. The flavor is softer and more approachable, which is partly why it became so popular in cafés around the world. The word simply means milk in Italian. In Italy, asking for a latte in a café would get you a plain glass of milk, so travelers learned quickly to say café latte. Flat white. It originated in Australia and New Zealand during the 1980s, though both countries still debate who invented it first. It is similar to a latte, but made with less milk and a finer microfoam that blends smoothly into the espresso. The coffee flavor is more present, and the texture feels silkier. For a long time, it stayed largely unknown outside the Southern Hemisphere, until specialty coffee culture brought it to cafes across Europe and North America. Macchiato. It is an espresso with just a small mark of milk added, either steamed or foamed. The word macchiato means stained or marked in Italian, which describes exactly what happens. The espresso is stained with a touch of milk. It was originally created so baristas could tell a marked coffee apart from a plain one on a busy counter. There are two common versions: the espresso macchiato, which is just a shot with a dash of foam, and the latte macchiato, where warm milk is stained with espresso poured slowly through the foam. Cortado. It balances equal parts espresso and warm milk with very little or no foam. The milk is not fully steamed into microfoam the way it is in a latte, so it cuts through the acidity of the espresso without masking the flavor. Cortado comes from the Spanish word cortar, meaning to cut. It originated in Spain and spread through Latin America before finding its way into specialty coffee menus worldwide. Cold brew. It is made by steeping coarsely ground coffee in cold or room temperature water for anywhere between 12 and 24 hours. No heat is involved at any point. The slow extraction pulls out a smooth, naturally sweet concentrate that is much lower in acidity than hot brewed coffee. It became commercially popular in the 2010s, but the method itself is much older. A version of it called Kyoto-style drip coffee has existed in Japan for centuries, using a slow, cold water drip through coffee grounds. French press. It uses immersion rather than filtration, meaning the coffee grounds sit directly in hot water and steep together before being separated by pressing down a metal plunger. This method keeps more of the natural oils in the cup, which gives the coffee a heavier, fuller body than filtered methods. The French press was patented in France in 1929, though an earlier version without a proper seal was designed years before by a Milanese metalsmith who reportedly made it while on a picnic. Turkish coffee. It is one of the oldest brewing methods still in regular use. Finely ground coffee, Water, and often sugar, are combined in a small, long-handled pot called a zezve or ibrik and heated slowly until the mixture foams up. It is never filtered, so a layer of grounds settles at the bottom of the cup. The tradition of reading fortunes from those leftover grounds became a cultural practice that spread alongside the coffee itself. Coffee first entered Ottoman territories in the 15th century, and Turkish coffee culture is now recognized by UNESCO as intangible cultural heritage. Nitro Coffee. It is cold brew coffee infused with nitrogen gas and served on tap, similar to how draft beer is poured. The nitrogen creates a cascade of tiny bubbles that give the coffee a creamy texture and a frothy head, all without adding any milk or sugar. It became commercially available around 2013 and spread quickly through specialty coffee shops. The nitrogen also slightly mutes bitterness, which means nitro cold brew often tastes naturally sweeter even when nothing has been added to it.